Alrighty, guys, it is day 10 of the bear market. What's happening, guys? So obviously a bit of a crazy week, a little bit of a redness. We see a nice special on RWeave. We must definitely speak about RWeave in the show. Is this finally getting to some insane levels? There's no doubt about it. RWeave is a very strong coin to the upside, but we are seeing a couple of other coins. We're seeing Floki. I'm seeing 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗄 lose trend. I'm seeing Dog with Hat starting to calm down, but nonetheless, guys, obviously the title's quite scary, right? Sheldon, what the hell? We've been bullish the whole year. What do you mean altcoin capitulation? Guys, we do need to speak about the scenario. It's important because last week we saw a crazy amount of emotions. Firstly, I hope you survived. I'm sure crypto is making you very, very, very strong out there, but it was quite scary. It was quite scary to see the major hype within the CPI. Then FOMC coming through. Stock markets reacted okay. I see the Dixie's been flying pretty strongly. But since then, we basically just saw, markets come down. Bitcoin's still above 66K. However, we did start to see the altcoins, show a little bit of weakness. And why I'm speaking about, let's speak about the capitulation scenario. Let's speak about altcoins getting 30% cheaper and adding more to the current wounds that we are feeling. Because we got to understand if it plays out, we need to know what exactly to do. And there's one major scenario of why I think we might see altcoin capitulation, and that would be to finally get rid of memes. Not rid of memes, but to flush the meme market out. Now, guys, we'll speak about the memes. I know a lot of people are in memes here. However, I feel that memes delayed our alt season. I felt that alts were ready to pop. Memes came in, everyone's eyes went into memes. We ended up getting billions of dollars into the memes. And then when you have real projects, real use cases and no money flying into them, it kind of feels that, remember we had two waves in NFTs. It came in first, we had to flush them out, and then there was a second wave that came through. I kind of feel that that meme space has kind of been destroying crypto a little bit. So if we are going into the capitulation scenario, I actually think it's to flush out memes and to really filter down, because you were getting hundreds of thousands of memes launching all the damn time, and you were just having this crazy hype where people were forgetting about what crypto is actually about and what you're actually getting into. So if that is that scenario, I do think memes is the reason why we are going to have a altcoin capitulation. Plus, we look at this chart over here, we are seeing that, hey, there might be a scenario. There might be a scenario now where we're bullish. I don't think bull market's over. I saw Rand did a very interesting tile on Saturday. But I do think we need to prepare for capitulation. I'm seeing a stronger dominance at the moment. I'm only but seeing altcoins weaken. And if we don't bounce very, very, very soon, we do need to prepare for possible more downside. Again, I want to remind you, massive life-changing opportunities if you do capitulate. If we capitulate, it will be a little bit hard, but I'm here to prep you guys for it, and I think you will get incredible opportunities if that does happen. So guys, happy Monday to you all. Again, I'm not bearish, but I am going to breathe a scenario. Let's prepare. Let's prepare for it, and let's get it over and done with if it does need to happen. What the hell are we going to do? And let's get back to the bull market, right? So I brought my vibes again. I was quite tired over the weekend, but my energy is refilled. It was Father's Day yesterday. Happy Father's Day to all dads around the world. And let's go. Do I still not have an intro? I still never have an intro. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, as I said, happy Monday to you all. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? I want to see out there, guys. How are we feeling? Are we feeling sad? Are we feeling like, Sheldon, why are you talking about capitulation? Guys, it's okay. Breathe. Breathe. The market is extremely emotional. And I felt it this weekend, actually. I felt really not demotivated, but I worked my butt off the last 2 weeks on my trades. And, to get them chomped away and to have the emotions of CPI, massive candle, and then things coming down. It was very emotional, damaging. I wouldn't say damaging, but it did hit me quite a bit. And I just want to resonate with you guys that I feel it too. I also feel the demotivation at times. And I also feel that the market really just plays with your mind. Sometimes it gets to you, and it also got to me quite a bit. But again, the important thing now is to get up strong, to stay within the market. I know that fighting within this market will reward you at some point, and it will reward you really well. We just got to get to these phases. But the big thing here is I want to say I feel it. I get it, guys. I get it to the point. It is tough. It is crazy. However, we're going to pump it up. So the market again decides to go red. You're just going to get a teacher cap on from Sheldon. I'm just going to teach the crap out of you guys for the next couple of weeks until the money's offering market. So if I get 2,000 likes on the stream, I'm choosing 10 of you. Okay, 10 of you. And I will teach you for an hour on your own portfolio. I will do it next week, Thursday. I'll do 1 hour. We'll chat about the time zone. If I get 2,000 likes out of the comments here, I will personally train you on your own portfolio and what I can in an hour for 10 of you in one private Zoom with Sheldon the Sniper. And I'm going to help you guys with that. Are you happy with that? I'm going to be teaching as much as I can. And so we need to keep note of that. Next week, Thursday, what is the date?
27th, I believe.
27th. I'm choosing 10 of you. I'm choosing you guys today, but I need 2,000 likes on the stream. 2,000 likes on the stream. I'll take you guys. And if you like it and it's incredible, because we'll shoot that and we'll post it to you guys and see what you think of it. Because I think it will help a lot of people. If I help someone fix their portfolio or help them get an idea, I think it would resonate with so many. And if it's something that's big, maybe we do it every week. A nice little half an hour session, and I'll take you guys in. Plus, if I get 2,000 likes, okay, we can start inviting you guys to behind the scenes. So when I prep for the show and I jump on half an hour, 40 minutes before, if you want to come sit in the back end and be in the back end here with my team, okay, I'll choose the 2 to 3 of you guys on the stream and you want to come be part of the behind the scenes, let's do it, guys. Let's not lose our oomph, is what I call it. Let's not lose our energy. Let's keep going. Very, very, very important. Okay, so 2,000 likes and we get going with that. Let's jump into it. So a few things I want to quickly show you guys here. I want to show you this thing over here, which is called the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Okay, you can get it here. It's on blockchaincenter.net. Okay, I just want to remind you again on a high time frame. You know, you basically saw the Bitcoin markets, and I'll go back over here. You saw the overextended to the downside. We saw it a while back, right? We saw this RSI hit the bottom. And I explained to you guys again, when the RSI gets to the bottom, what you're actually getting to is investment entries, right? You're getting to a point of, you know, investment opportunities are available, something that you can buy now, hold for a couple of months, and you won't really suffer from any dips in the future. So we're starting to drag. What happened was we ended up getting a nice little bounce from Bitcoin. Bitcoin finally bounced at 59, 58. We made our way up. And now what we have is the RSI entering the investment zones again. So what that basically means is work your ass off for investment entries. If you got some money, go find what you can buy at incredible levels. Please buy quality, please, because quality is getting cheap again. If you're going to go buy Bob with hat and you're going to go buy, what are some of the Savage and all of these coins, please go and buy the good shit that's cheap, okay? So your Phantom, the Salon, like anything that's really going to play a big role, focus on that as well, other than just the degenning. Very, very, very important. I promise you, Sol will still make you money. Injective will make you money. Link will make you money. These coins will make you a lot of money too. In that sense, I just want to remind you that we need to have a realization check, okay, of what you're actually buying and what you're getting into crypto. So what that means again is we are hitting the oversold section over here again. And what that means is another week or two, maybe 3, maybe even shorter, we'll see. But your investment opportunities are opening up again. So focus very much on your long-term portfolio for the next couple of days, on the higher time frame things, and see what's still available. Now, those who are fully into the market, what you basically got to do is you got to get rid of your crap entries and make sure you got good entries. Now, what I mean by that is if you go through on all of your charts right now on the weekly and just go and look how much coins you have and how much money you put in, it'll give you an average entry price. You know where you bought this token. And I usually put a line on that chart. Okay, a line on that weekly chart. And if you are sitting in massive drawdown now, okay, what that basically means, if you're sitting down 40% lower now, it means the market that coin must pump 60% to 70% just to get back to your break even, just to make your money back. Okay, now the point of that is I need you to get good entries. I need you to focus on bull market entries. I need you to focus on alt season entries. Why am I saying this? Let's get back over here quickly. Firstly, the rainbow chart is a great chart showing Bitcoin over the last couple of years. And you can see it's got the different colors here. And this is a really good understanding of what you should be doing at these levels, right? And you could see here, when you're in the green, things are cheap, right? When it's in the light green, they're still cheap. When things are in the green, it's time to accumulate. When things are in the blue, where we are right now, it's time to buy. Okay. Then when it's in the dark blue, basically a fire sale, you know, Black Friday special, you know, really big specials on the market, like get what you can, right? And then what you have is the purple, which is Bitcoin is dead. So that's basically indicating if Bitcoin goes back to 30,000, then it's dead. Which again doesn't mean it's dead. It always comes back to life. It always rises. It does mean though, hey, we're back in bear sort of phase. But again, what this is indicating here is we are at really good levels, right? We are at good levels where you need to look at it as an opportunity more than a disaster sort of thing. The only problem is, how do you look at it as a disaster if I'm sitting in everything already and I'm down? Okay, and I want to show you this as well. we basically entered Bitcoin season again. So if we go over here to blockchain.net again, it's saying we're back in Bitcoin season. However, what I do want to show you guys here is every time we have been in Bitcoin season, it's been the best time to accumulate alts. Best time. If you see and you go to every single date that we entered below this 20% phase, it's been the best time to buy altcoins, because once you got Bitcoin season, that's amazing. But to buy Bitcoin now in Bitcoin season, like, you're kind of late, right? In that sort of sense. What it's indicating is once we bounce here and make our way up from here, at some point we go back to alt season sort of levels. Okay, so why I'm saying this now is if you're sitting with a bunch of losses here, and you're sitting with 20, 30 coins that are all in a loss, okay, you might have 3 of those that you actually got some good entries. Okay, maybe it was Injective, maybe it was Sol. I need you to cut a couple of your crappy entries, and I need you to make sure that you got better entries. So what that means is if you got 20 crap entries, shrink them down to 10 and rather get 10 good entries. This is what I'm saying. That's quality over quantity. Because if you're going to wait 60% to go into the money, I would rather be selling off a bunch of junk, even though, remember, everything's in a loss right now. When the market's red, everything is red. So switching in between is not a bad idea. You're not getting out of the market. I think getting into USDT is a bad idea. Especially if you're in big losses in tokens. However, switching out makes a lot of sense. So if you've got a crap ton of 20 memes, I'd be filtering down to a couple of good ones. And that money, I'd go buy some Solana. I'd go buy some tokens that you can actually better your entries. By doing that, when the market rises again, you'll actually go into the money quicker than sitting on these ships that have holes in it. Craig always says it. Why sit on a sinking ship when there's rockets flying next to you? So I need you to do a quality check on your portfolio today. Okay, and if you are buying, if you go to your chart over here and you go see, okay, this is what Injective's done the last while. Okay, let's say here's the Injective chart, and your buys are up here. Terrible entry. Now you got a choice. I'm not telling you to get out of Injective. I'm saying fix a damn entry. Okay, because if you bought $1,000 here, okay, if you put in $300 now, your entry will go from here and it will come here. And if you put in $500, your entry will come here. And what that means is when the market turns again to the upside, you will go into the money a lot quicker than sitting on something that's just got to recover for a while. So use it as a way today. If you don't have more money to inject in the system, I need you to do a quality check on your entire portfolio and just get some good entries. And the same thing is going to happen if the market continues to capitulate. The main thing is keep fixing entries, fix entries. Very, very, very important. Okay, now let's jump straight back into the market at the moment, and let's go through. So let's speak about Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin at on a high time frame? So I put these 2 plays for you guys a while back. And right now, okay, we still haven't lost any of these major lows, but we do got to speak about, a little bit of a bearish scenario. As it's standing with Bitcoin at the moment, 66, very important. And I'll go into the short time frame and explain it in a sec. But however, if we don't hold important supports here, it is likely we come back to main momentum trend line. Okay, so what that means is there's only another 2-3 weeks of red, the way I see it. Okay, and the capitulation that I'm speaking about is going to happen pretty soon if it's going to happen. And I want to put this in the back of your mind. Not that I'm bearish. I just want to make sure that you're prepared if it does happen, and make sure that you know what to do if it does happen, and that you don't get flushed out. The last thing I want you guys to get flushed out before the major runs and things like that. So on the high time frame, we're not bearish on Bitcoin, like major bearish to say bull market's over sort of thing. However, we can see a little bit more downside. Now, the scary thing about that is the dominance is looking pretty bullish. So you look at the dominance here, it's about to break back into trend. The RSI is there at the bottom. So let's quickly just clear up here. There we go. So it's starting to form, some strength again. And what that basically means is if we're going to get to a point now that if Bitcoin does go down, you're probably going to have dominance go up, which means altcoins will probably capitulate. You'll probably see altcoins come down pretty hard at that point. However, the upside of that is because we have dominance going up in the down markets, when the market does eventually bounce, so we have a real bounce within the market, you will see the dominance come down on the bounce. So it means alts will get pretty hurt to the downside, however, will bounce very, very, very hard. That's why it's so important to use the downside to better your entries, to get better quality tokens, to use these sort of phases. Now, let's quickly speak about, before I jump into the altcoins, why would we capitulate on alts? The only reason we would do it, guys, is for me personally, is meme coins. Okay, so I'll show you here. We had a meme coin hype, and I'm just going to use a couple of the big ones as example. But if you look at things like 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗄, right? If we go here to 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗄 at the moment, you could see that 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗄 has had a really good run. However, it is starting to lose some trends. So if I show you guys this over here, you could see that 𝗕𝗚𝗅 is starting to lose some trends. And it's basically indicating that these memes are going to start coming down a little bit hard. Now, again, these evaluations of these meme coins, that went up is not their true evaluation. Okay, it's their inflated evaluation. It's the hype. It's things like that. Are these memes really worth billions? No, like they're not really worth the billions. However, in a bull market, they are. In a bear market, they'll come down to the hundreds of millions. They'll get diluted very quickly. So what I think happened is I think we were on a verge of a real alt rally. And again, I do think it's still coming. We'll speak about that in a sec. However, I think memes took the stage. They came in hot. People stopped focusing on any of the legit projects or any of the legit chains and things like that. The only reason Sol pumped was because they were being built on Sol. If they weren't being built on Sol, Sol would probably still be in the 60s, right? And that's a scary thought. It's a scary thought that the main sort of tokens are not getting any limelight. I'm looking at XRP. XRP looks bullish. Why? Imagine XRP pumps and the market goes red. It'll be insane. But nonetheless, guys, I think the market got saturated by memes. I even saw the entire office here. Everyone was trading memes. People weren't buying legit shit anymore. They weren't getting back to the original trading. They weren't doing any of these things. Everyone was so googly-eyed about these damn memes. It started to become a problem in my sense. And it's very similar to what the NFTs did in the space. So do I think memes was good for the space? I think it's good to bring in retail. I think it got overhyped though. And I kind of feel that memes have to get they have to go through a bear market now. And the big tell signs is obviously seeing the stars now all starting memes. I see Ryan Garcia wants to start a meme. All these guys are coming in. And remember, when the stars come in, it's late. Okay, it's late in the cycle. Plus, you have all these politics memes and everything because the elections are coming. Guys, what happens when the election's gone? They're all going to go to zero. So I think it's a big reality check for the space that we need the memes to come down. And they're only just starting to break trend now. So if we're going to capitulate on alts, I think we're going into a bear when it comes to the memes. And then what I think is going to happen is the real altcoins are going to rise after the capitulation. I think we're finally going to get back to real alt season. We're going to finally get back to the real space of the real alts, the ones that actually did shit in the bear market, the ones that actually have teams, the ones that have use cases, the ones that are actually doing stuff for crypto. I think they're going to rise incredibly strong. Them on all high time frames or all reset to Bitcoin, they looking ready. I think memes just came in and it's actually a joke. For me, it's like, it gives a bad taste in the mouth for anyone coming into crypto if memes are worth billions of dollars. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that there's community. I think there's some sort of positives when it comes to memes. However, I think they destroyed the space. And I think the quicker that they can get flushed out now, I do think we can finally get back to the real alt momentum and the real push. So that's my reasoning on why I think we can capitulate on alts, is because we need a recheck. We need a dilution of the space again. And we got to get out with the crap and in with the good again. And I think it's an important thing for the crypto space. That's why I think fundamentally why we could. And if you see here, you see 𝗕𝗚𝗅 coming down pretty hard. I saw 𝗕𝗤𝗙 as well. Let's have a look at 𝗕𝗤𝗙. 𝗕𝗤𝗙 as well is also coming down pretty hard. Let's have a look. Look at 𝗕𝗤𝗙. So here we go. And this is the big memes that I'm speaking about over here. I'm pretty sure if you go through your small memes, they're all doing very bad. I'm pretty sure you're probably down 90%, a lot of these things. And guys, I'm sorry, but I've been non-memes since the start. This is why, guys, because, I feel like you're getting trapped. I feel like you're losing focus of what you're supposed to be focused on. I feel like, in the wrong sort of phase. So I'm personally glad this is happening. I am sad that we might see a little bit more redness. However, I think it's good for the space, and I think we can finally get into alt season once this is all done. Smash a like and pop in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Now, I don't think memes are gone. I think memes will have another run. I do. I think only the quality will rise, though, after this. But I do think, they need to chill. They need to chill. So there's the hard drop there from 𝗕𝗤𝗙. Okay, guys, let's get into the real crap here. Let's get into shit's about to get bad, okay? Let's just prepare for it. So I don't know if you've noticed, but dominance looks very strong to the upside. Look at this. It's about to break a daily. So prepare yourself. Put your hats on, right? For the alts to feel it a bit. Again, massive opportunity, and there will be a very strong bounce at some point. But for now, you do have to harden your nerves slightly. And that's because we're going to get to this point of the total 3 is about to possibly lose trend in the next day or two. Okay, what does that mean? Again, capitulation. So we actually saw altcoin capitulation a couple of weeks back. Remember that one very bad week where I think ETH went to 2.8 or 2.7. You know, a lot of alts, we're probably going to go down to those lows again. I don't think it will last too long as it happens. Or what it might do is we might actually have 2 weeks of more red like this, and it might slow grind down. I think the more of the pain that the market feels, the more those memes, the more everything will get flushed out again. And again, I think people now realize that memes is actually a casino, right? Right now it's a casino, and it's not your way to make money in this market. It's not your long-term wealth, and that's okay. So in the future, when there's a meme season, use it to make some money, but it's not going to make you your entire bag. It's not going to retire you guys. Super important. Maybe 1 or 2 blue chips will get you pretty good, but it's important. Thanks for bringing joy. Of course, guys. I'm here. Okay, so altcoin capitulation. If this happens, I'm looking at us go down to this major wick, if not slightly lower. So what does that mean? Prepare for 20-30% drop if we capitulate. And I think it will be pretty quick. Reason why I think it will be pretty quick, because the RSI is still at the bottom. So if you look at this now, the market tends to move pretty big when it gets to the bottom. You know, I think it will happen pretty fast. So what do I mean by fast? 1 to 2 weeks, max 3 weeks. I think this all happens very quickly. However, I do think it can happen in a day too. I think you can have that really strong wick to the downside over there. What does that mean again? It means that you need to do something. So you got a choice. You either free up a little bit of cash with some stops now to buy back cheaper if we start to break through. Again, I want to speak out the bullish scenario that we bounce here too, that we don't just, you know, it is the capitulation. Or the second thing is that what you do is you got to then get rid of your shitty entries and get new entries. Like, that's the point. Like, you have to do something if the capitulation helps, because otherwise you're going to beat yourself up that you did nothing when everything was so cheap. You know, Keek said it perfectly this morning. He's like, we got to be bullish too, right? We got to be bullish, because what happens if the market's bounced? Like, you know, you're going to be upset that you didn't buy. You're going to be upset. So if we just bearish, guys, I'm bullishly bearish. I'm saying that there is a capitulation scenario. However, buy the damn capitulation. Buy it, use it, do whatever you can to take advantage of something if that basically comes into play. So this is the warning sign over here. Let's look over here quickly. USDT dominance also indicating that if we break this trend over here, that the capitulation is definitely in place. So let's zoom in quickly on Bitcoin. So the bounce at 66, good that we're back above. However, we lost it. So for me, it's the fact that we lost 66 means that wall is a little bit broken there. And it gives me an indication of a couple of levels. So what I'm looking at now is a couple of levels of where Bitcoin can bounce. Okay, again, I don't think Bitcoin's too bearish. I don't think Bitcoin's going to go down to crazy levels. The only thing is, if that dominance is rampaging up and Bitcoin has a 20% or 10% sneeze, you know, your alts will come down 20-30%. So let's talk about these major zones. What I did is I actually took the last wave here and I saw there's another major 618 or where we actually bounced last week. So there is a bit of support at 65. So my plays are like this. We're basically looking at, if we come down now, we do have a scenario of a little higher low. Keep this little trend in play here, right? There's the trend. If we make a higher low and crack up, cool. Temporary short term, we might be a little bit bullish. However, it's important that we get past the major zones. For now, we do need to continue being bearish here. Let's say we lose 64K, 61K, and 57K. These are my 2 zones. Again, dominance going up, that looks pretty nasty on altcoins. Looks pretty ugly if that happens in play over there. But that's kind of what I'm thinking at for now. And if I go to the high time frame here on Bitcoin, I'll take you back to this major chart here. It basically means we go to the momentum line. So this bottom scenario comes into play. Okay, so you can see this is also indicating around the late 50,000s if that happens on the higher time frame. And that's, again, if the markets decide to capitulate now this week and we start to come down pretty hard. Then I want to show you guys that we also have the very big bull scenario too. So if we have, you can see here this inverse head and shoulders. If we hold 62 and we bounce hard there, that's also incredibly bullish too. So again, what I'll be doing now is exactly what this thing is telling me over here, is accumulating. It's accumulating and dollar costing. I don't think the market's going to recover too quickly. I think this is a real dump. I think it's a high time frame pullback we are currently seeing, which means you have a little bit of time. I think you got a couple of days to do this thing. You don't have to rush everything today, buy everything today, all these sort of things. But I do think you have a little bit of time to take that and to not rush too much within the markets. So if we lose this 60 zone here, I want to see a bounce around 62. Okay, again, I can wait for the market to bounce first before I do anything. Bounce, come up, break trends, then I know, okay, we're in. We got to make sure we buy. Okay, and again, my next zones are around these areas of around 58K sort of zones if things get pretty bad. Now, let's quickly speak about ETH for a second. Oof, that dominance looks ugly. Here's ETH. How many likes we on? 1,100 likes. Let's get it 2,000 likes, guys. And I give away a private trading session with you guys. You know, I can give money and I will this week. I'm just trading for it. I'll make it for a little bounce so we can make some money. And I'll be giving away some more money. However, I do think personal time with me is also very valuable to help you with your own specific portfolio. So again, 10 of you, I'm going to train you guys. We've got to get to 2,000 likes. Otherwise, it does not happen, guys. Okay, ETH actually had the strongest bounce. And if you look at this, ETH to Bitcoin actually bounced really hard. So I'm actually looking at, if we capitulate today, you'll see a bit of damage, but I do think, again, alts will bounce hard. You can see the ETH to Bitcoin is actually making a bit of progress to the upside. So let's speak about ETH and buy zones. I think you're crazy if you're not buying ETH ahead of the ETF and all these sort of things. There's a short-term buy zone at these areas now, okay? But I do think your hot spot is 3.3 and 3.2. I think those are hot spots to buy some ETH. I think it's really important that if you're sitting with 50 meme coins, get out a bunch of meme coins and buy a little bit of ETH, buy a little bit of SOL on the dips here. So start having a little bit of reality check of buying quality. Super, super, super important. So ETH is at that point there. Let's go through a couple of alts. They look like crap. Here's ejective losing trend. Here's ejective losing trend. So here, early $20. Okay, but it looks like we're going to these lows over here. So you got to take everything now and basically look at another 20, 30%. Okay, again, I don't want you to feel that this is the end. There will be a scenario where there will be a strong ass bounce once we get liquidity. So if I go back over here, you can see a lot of these alts here on the weekly, the stocks. Okay, ETH's obviously the scenario, but look at that. Injective flat line at the bottom. Look at Phantom, flat line at the bottom. So don't get flushed out by this because you need to survive it. Any leverage, guys, just sit in your damn hands for 2-3 days. Wait for the box to break trend to get back into leverage. Okay. Just chill with the leverage. Chill, because you don't want to have, if this market capitulates and you don't have any leverage or any money to buy it, you're going to be very upset. Okay, so just sit in your damn hands, wait for the market to trend again, and then we will get back into the leverage or any of the higher risk sort of trading. Okay, 𝗦𝗫𝗓𝗕𝗥 sitting flat line at the bottom, dots filling. So again, it's not much longer, guys, and we will have the response from the markets. Okay, what does this mean? Let's go through a couple of them. So Phantom, there we go, losing support. So where are my major bounce zones on Phantom? 55 and 50. Those are my two levels, 20% lower. So I'd buy some there and buy some there. Accumulating, and again, leave a little bit to break the trends later. Look at things like Chainlink, losing 618 now. Where's my Chainlink buys? Back at 12. We're sitting at 14 now. 12 and 10. Those are my two major levels. Let's go look at a couple more here. Look at DOT on the verge of losing support. I think you're going to catch DOT now at around 4.5. Okay. Again, if it goes to these levels and you're not buying, I don't know what you want to do. Unless you don't have money, again, fix your damn entries. There's COTI. COTI loses this. All these coins we were so bullish on. You can't not be bullish on them anymore, guys. They're the same coins, same team. The only thing is the market's in a different place. But when the market goes green again, these same ones that killed it are going to kill it again. It never changes and never the thing. It's just your mentality about it, that it's the same damn coin. It's the same Ferrari that you drove in a few months ago. The only thing is the weather conditions are worse now, and it's raining on the track, so you're slipping everywhere. So it seems like the car is not the same, but it's the same car. The moment that the rain dries up and the track is hot again, it's going to perform the same way. It's going to do incredibly fast. So don't look down on the coin and make it think that it's lost anything within the coin. It hasn't. It's the same thing. It's just about the difference between smart money buying and retail. That's it. Retail want to buy things when they're hot. Smart money buys it when they're shit. Like, that's just the truth of them. So there's Doge over there. My buys on Doge is 10 to 11 cents. Okay. I even got out of my mom even got out of the margins on the weekend, which is a big one. I've been running those margins for 9 months. We got out of them, which is sitting in cash now, which is hard because you're like, oh, market can bounce. But I don't want to get wiped out on the capitulation. I don't want to get to a point where I wipe out everything. I'm completely exhausted, tired, demotivated, and the market pumps and I'm not focused. So cut. If you're sitting in a loss now and it's ready to just cut your damn loss. Cut your damn loss, fix your damn entries. You'll feel better. You'll cry for one day. You'll feel better. You'll think clear again, and you'll have better mindset going into that. Here's AVAX, about to lose the lows. Where's AVAX going? Low 20s. Solana. Let's go through Sol at the moment. Sol's going to lose that trend, right? If it does lose that trend, Sol's going to 120. Okay, so 110, 120 on Sol. Okay, so a little bit of a scary thought over there. When it comes to that, there's Algo losing over there. Algo sitting at 14. This thing can take it back to 10. Okay, so it's crazy that we're going back to the beginning, but thank goodness we never had alt season yet, because it's the time's still coming, right? At GRT, there's 22. We lose that, we're going to 15. Okay, scary, but it's that's the view. Casper, the hottest coin last week, is actually still in trend. Just if this loses trend, Casper's coming back to around 12. I think it's brilliant investment entries. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Render. Look at things like Render. There's the Render chart, breaking trend. Where's Render coming back down? To 6. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thorchain. There's Thorchain losing trend. Where's Thorchain coming? Let's go have a look. Okay, guys, again, every time we've dumped a lot, you saw the response, right? Thorchain is one of the hottest. And what you actually see here on Thorchain is actually see a head and shoulders, right? You can see it pretty clearly. So it does indicate that we're coming down to these lower zones. What does that mean for Thorchain? 3 to 3.5. Insane. Near. Where was Near beginning of the year? Near was at these areas here of 9. Now this thing's probably coming back to around 4. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I know it's a thing, but it's the truth of where we're at. Here's things like Theta. Where's Theta coming back down? $1. $1.20. Okay. Guys, do I think we'll blink in a few weeks and it'll all be gone and we will forget about the bearishness? Yes. Okay. But however, you got to be kind of realistic of where these things are going. So someone was asking me Super. Where does Super go, Sheldon? Let's go look where Super goes. Pop in Super. Alt season has been skipped. What is the chances? Not high. Not high. You'll never have a cycle where there's no alt season completely. I just think the memes got ahead of themselves. I think, you know, imagine we had all that buying power in alts. We had all of that in alts. Like, it would have been different. I think it's a reality check, to be honest. I think the market was getting diluted with junk. And I think the market tends... Guys, let's quickly speak about this before I go into Super. Okay, wait. Super areas. 70. It looks like we might capitulate a little bit lower. Outbuy, but it's 70. And it looks at around 55 to 60 is your big zones on Super. Again, I like where you're thinking. Gaming. Buy gaming on these dips. Yes. I think gaming is going to be the big one. But let's quickly speak about bear markets for a second. Why do you need bear markets? To filter out the junk. That's basically exactly why you need bear markets. You know, you basically got to, you know, I remember the NFT space, the last one. I even remember Axie. Axie went to like 20 or 30 billion. It was actually not the best game in the world, but it went to 20, 30 billion. And you need these long cycles at times. I don't think I don't think this is a long bear, but you do need the shakeouts. And what it does is it's actually good. It cleanses the space, basically clears out everything, clears out all the junk, gives a reality check, flushes out all the tourists, people that... Remember, guys, crypto is only going to reward you if you're actually here for crypto. If you're here and you believe in crypto and you believe what it all is about and what you're doing, you're going to make the money. Anyone that just comes here to just make the money, in that sense, where I always teach you guys, you're here to make money, but then you need to still think as the smart money. So you're here to make money, but you're still going to think as the smart money. So at the point of when these things are happening, you know, it cleanses out the entire markets, spits out all the trash, the real... What is it? It also exposes the truth. Now, how hard was the last bear market? It was hard, right? The only thing is, well, the good thing about it is Sam Bankman-Fried got caught. Okay, Luna happened. Like, imagine we just went green, and this should happen later. You know, when things were way bigger, when FTX were trillions and all these things. Guys, the bear market had to expose the truth. Even CZ got into crap. You know, within Binance. Like, do you see how the truth comes out when the markets come down? It's kind of what you need within you know, these spaces now, and within the memes and within all those sort of things. It's good for the space. It's hard, you know. Again, those who fight through it and stay with me on this journey here, we will see the light. A lot of them saw it when they went through 2 years bear with us, and then the market starts to rise again. You know, these things sort of happen, but you know, you need it. You need it. Why not buy USDT when everything is bleeding? The reason why you don't do that is because you're getting yourself into a very bad mindset. You're basically jumping to another terrible asset when it's happening. And the scary thing is, what happens if you don't get back in? So the reason why I say, you know, if you're really scared today and you really have alts that are like bleeding, to be honest, just buy a little bit of Bitcoin then. Like, jump to Bitcoin and ETH with them. Getting out the market is going to get you into a bad mindset. And what happens is the market bounces hard, guys. when the market rises again and you're sitting on USDT and you don't get back in, you know, it's going to flush you out. So get this USDT crap out of your brain. You know, for me, it's jump to Bitcoin. If you're really worried today, don't exit the market, but just jump to the safest assets in the markets. You know, that could be Bitcoin, ETH, Sol. Like, just jump to those. They will hold better than the rest of the markets, and they'll do pretty good on the upside of the market too. And then you can diversify again as it goes. But USDT is the trap, guys. It's the one that really catches you pretty hard. Okay, let's go super. So again, super 70 and between 55 and 60 on super. You can see everything at the moment. Like, here's Sol to Bitcoin looking weak. It might actually break the trend this zone. So you'll probably see at some point a torpedo from Sol as that's happening. There's NEAR again. A couple of coins that I think are really good to buy on these dips is things like 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗥, amazing to buy at these levels. You got things like Mantra, which is getting cheaper. It looks like it's going to come a lot cheaper. So look at another 20-30% cheaper here. But I think that's looking good. Things like 𝗏𝗏coin. You know, these things were hot, right? They're about to get a lot cheaper. And if you like them over here, you should love them over here, right? As they're coming down. So even things like 𝗏𝗏coin, I think are going to come down to the areas of 1.4 to 1.2, which I think is brilliant, right? What was the other one? TON. Let's go see how TON's doing now at the moment. TON's actually incredible how it's doing. However, if we start losing capitulate, you might catch TON around 6 or 5. And I think that's a great time for you to get some. You know, I would also focus a lot on... let's speak about XRP, because XRP is actually looking pretty strong. It's one of the only green ones here at the moment. Just if you like XRP, just accumulate it. This thing's still sitting in bear. It's actually still in bear territory. However, if it breaks that, it starts to look good. But XRP is, to be honest, it didn't pump. That's why it won't dump much. Everything that pumped hard will dump hard. Like that. That's just the truth of it. That's why any coin that does 500% to the upside will probably drop 70% on the downside, right? That's why these things happen. Yes, we're going up, and you got to look at everything as opportunities. I agree. How many likes we on? 1.4. Oof, no one's getting private sessions today. Other ones, again, to focus on is your ETH ecosystem, your Lidos, your Arbitrums, your Optimisms. You know, have some of that in the play, because I think when the ETH ETF play comes through, and let's quickly speak about it, in this time where we have maybe the meme shakeouts and we have the altcoin capitulation, I do think the paperwork behind the scenes, though, for ETH ETF will be, things are still happening there. Now, Sol. BlackRock's applying for Sol. I think when the capitulation is done, I think when the ETH and Sol, when ETF, guys, I think the market's it's gonna bazooka to the upside. Massive. This is gonna flush a whole bunch of people out. But when those things come through, the catalyst, you're gonna see a real altcoin rip, a real altcoin bounce. So I think that maybe there's a bit more time that's needed to get these things in play. But I think the moment that it does trigger and does go through, I think it's going to absolutely rocket to the upside, guys. I think it's going to be a massive, massive push when that basically comes through. Okay, let's see. Anything else major at the moment? That's about it, guys. So sit on your damn hands today. Again, I wouldn't touch any leverage trades. I would start buying, though, if I got cash. When Bitcoin is 62, 61, and if it goes to 58, I'll be buying. Really good altcoins in that area. Looks like we're going to capitulate possibly today. Don't be afraid of it. I'll be back again tomorrow. Let's see where everything's at. Give yourself a little breather. And if it's mentally destroying you, go put in a couple of limit orders and just switch off your charts for a day or two. Just breathe. Don't let it mentally wreck you. Okay, in that point. If you're struggling mentally, just take a damn breather. Take a breather. It's probably for your good. You're probably going to look here and the market's going to be down a lot when that happens. But just take a damn breather and we hit it again. So guys, have a fantastic day. We don't have enough likes today. Tomorrow, I know everyone's not feeling so lacquer, so it's hard to push a like button. But tomorrow, or the next day when we get bounced, we'll push the like button and I'll personal train you guys. So guys, have a fantastic day. Love you a lot. Stay strong out there. Do things for your mental health. If you're struggling a little bit, drink a lot more water. Maybe do some cold ice plunges. I'm starting this stuff as well. Just do whatever you can to keep that mind good. Okay, the good days will come again. And I promise you, I had one of my worst weekends in a long time. I haven't felt crappy like that in a long time. So it also hit me pretty hard this week. And that's why I'm also just taking it easy. I'm taking it easy. I got out of some crazy. I'm sitting here today. I'm just looking at ways of like, de-stressing, getting myself back up again. So I feel you guys, I'm also in that same position. But step by step, let's take one step at a time and let's get back up to our vibes. And the market will reward us for us. I promise you guys. And so will life in general. So have a fantastic day. Love you guys lots. And I'll see you tomorrow. Much love.